4-3. So Haney gets an assist and a put out here to start the top of the fifth. Aggies ahead here 8-4.
And that is a sports writer's favorite. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You can make deadline when you got guys swinging at the first pitch and making out. And on behalf of my fellow members of the 4th Estate, I'd like to say thank you to those 2 Long Beach batters.
All right. We got to write him a little letter. This is all over. Here is A.J. LaBarbera. It's 0-for-2 in the ball game.
Wouldn't hurt my feelings if A.J. swung at the first pitch here either.
As long as he makes it out. Here's Chris Russ into a windup. Delivers a high fastball, ball 1. Barbara is 0-for-2. This one went right down into the last game that could possibly be played in this 4-team sub-regional. Barbara takes a strike call. 1-1. Bottom of the order here in the top of the 5th inning. Aggies lead 8-4. We've out hit Long Beach 8-7. They have 3 errors in the ball game. Russ works again on a 1-1. Ground ball. Shashik waves Russ off. Goes to first.
Pitches and 3 outs any day of the week.
He's retired 6 in a row now as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, just like that. And here we go. To the bottom of 5, Lindsey, Hudson, Truitt. And we're ahead 8-4 over Long Beach in the championship game of this region. This is Aggie baseball. Starts it. He's at the plate, and we got Scarborough picked off at first base. And it'll be Lindsey followed by Hudson, and then Truitt. The bottom of the 5th, the Aggies are ahead 8-4. Fly ball inside the line, behind third, into the corner. Lindsey goes to second with a double. Wright chases it down in that dark corner down in left field. Sharply hit right by Dobbs. Hit fair and then roll foul, went to the corner. Lead double Lindsey. First hit tonight.
Makes you want to go back and take that pickoff play back, doesn't it?
So Lindsey's out at second to lead it off in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Hudson, who struck out his last time. Mike Johnson wants to talk to him. He does. And sends Chad to the plate.
I know what he talked about, too. He said, do you want to bunt him over, or can you pull the ball to the right side and get the runner over to third base?
They're not figuring bunt here. Their defense is back.
He ought to try to drag it to the first base. At the very worst, if he got it down, he'd get him over to third. At the best, he'd have a base hit.
The first pitch, we show no bunt here, and it's a pitch rolling away for a ball.
Well, I tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Chad tried to drag it with you. Look where the first baseman and the second baseman are. If you get it past the pitcher, you've got a base hit.
There's no sacrifice this season. If he's bunted for a base hit or not. The ball, no strikes. He will take this one off speed for a called strike. It's 1-1.
You got to keep getting runs. You need a cushion because you got to stay with Chris Russ here. You don't have to take Chris out, bring anybody else in. You don't have a lot of options left. And you got to keep scoring runs.
Missed an opportunity last inning. Let's don't miss one here. Lindsey's out at second base, leads off the inning with a hard hit double down the left side. There's a strike ball. Off speed. Hudson took struck out swinging on a 1-2. His last at bat in the big third inning. Scored 8 on 5 hits with 3 walks and a hit Batson. And a grand slam home run. pitch from the left side. We're looking at a right-hander, Jason Burney. Lindsey greets him with a double to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Burney is set, now works to him outside, misses. Oh, ball is close, it's 2-2. No. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We're just in the 5th.
They had a 9th run and a 5-run lead if we can get Lindsey in. And it's a foul ball, just foul outside the first base bag. Oh, that was close.
Tell you what, the thing that Bernie did there is he threw an off-speed pitch, and that gave Chad a chance to get around on it and pull it over to the right side. And you would expect him to try to throw the fastball out around the outside corner to try to give Chad something that he can't pull to the right side. He almost did him a favor right there.
2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Lindsey's at second. He's ahead 8-4. Time called. Bernie wants to kick some dirt around. Hasn't been doing it. Now Bernie says, I'll do it. Chad's up on top of the hill. Has his sign. He's set. Now he throws. Coming back this way, and that will be out of play. He fights off that pitch and stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tell you one thing that he's doing, he's making him throw pitches, and he's battling. He's got to find some way to get the ball in the ground to the right side of the infield and get Dale Lindsey over to third base. If you do that, then you're going to make Long Beach pull the infield in, and all the advantages go to the Aggies.
Here we go again with another 2-2 to Chad Hudson. Bernie's looking at Lindsey. They're playing games with him out there. LaBarbera, check swing. He went around on that. It's a called slackness.
I don't think he went around. I think that was a good pitch.
Ball strike 3.
And he did get the job done. He did not move the runner over. Last time he was up, he struck out with that runner at third, and Truitt came back to bail him out by hitting the grand slam.
That's the 5th time that Hudson has struck out. He's now 2 for 14 in this region. Does have 5 walks. Now Truitt. Last time the grand slam home run. He had walked earlier in the 3rd inning. He scored 2 runs. First pitch outside for a ball. Truitt now is 8 for 20. With 9 runs scored. And 4 home runs in the region.
Unless something crazy happens, this guy's going to be the MVP on my ballot.
Same here. We have to start thinking about that here in a minute. Off-speed pitch is a breaker for a called strike. It's 1-1. Mark Johnson is at third base coaching there. 15 seasons, 11 of them he has 40 or more wins. 49 here tonight. Playing the 49ers. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a timing play. Dell dives back in head first. They had Red Fox, their second baseman, cheating in. Bernie threw back.
You know, you like
Bernie's looking at the shortstop. Shortstop LaBarbera's running through the defensive signals.
You can tell the crowd's into this game because you can hear the fans. They're yelling at Dale to get back. So David Coleman and Mark Johnson got a lot of help coaching the bases out there tonight.
That's the 12th man. Here's a 1-1. That's high. Ball 2.
You know, I asked you this before. Truitt's been so hot and has had such a great regional. You wonder if guys can keep coming through. And about the time we start wondering about that, they seem to deliver again. But how long can you keep doing it?
Hopefully for about 8, 9, 10 more games. 2 balls, 1 strike on the Aggie center fielder, Stephen Truitt. A grand slam his last time at the plate. Off speed, swings and misses. Badly fooled on that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Home run for Truitt is his 18th. His RBI count now is at 56 for the year. Had a blunder in that first base in the first inning after he had reached E5 and was caught stealing. They threw behind him as he broke. And now they will turn no throw this time. Second baseman Red Fox was way off the back at second. Lindsey diving back in head first. He had no idea if LaBarbera or Red Fox had come in behind him. Truitt waits on a 2-2. Pitch is coming. Got a full count. That missed low and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Bernie looking out at LaBarbera. They run through some signs with their shortstop. Now Bernie's back up on the hill. He'll ask for a run through on the signs from his catcher, Kennedy. Bernie played right field in the ball game yesterday. 3-2 to Truitt. The pitch is a ground ball. At short. Into left center field. Lindsey scores. That's the 4th error of the ball game. Under the glove of LaBarbera.
Well, they're still trying to decide. I was pointing at you, saying that you said error, and they're going to go with you.
Under the glove. Should have picked that one up. 4th error of the ball game. Lindsey scores. Truitt runs. That's the 2nd time he runs with an error. He's walked, hit a grand slam, reached E5, reached E6. Aggies lead now 9-4. He got that run in. There's Schumacher. They throw to first base. Truitt jumps back on the sack.
I agree with you on that call. I think Stevens' place on the all-tournament team is pretty secure even without that extra RBI.
And the pitch way outside for a ball.
The main thing is that he got the run in, and you do have to give Truitt credit for that. He put the ball on the ground up the middle and put it in a spot where their shortstop had to make a good play. And we talked about the fact that that's usually their second baseman. He's moved over because their starting shortstop has a broken toe.
There's a real bit of bad luck there for the 49ers. Here's Truitt. And the pitch is off the glove of Kennedy, off to the right side.
That'll be a stolen base because he was going on the pitch.
Truitt runs. Pitch was high. Stolen base, Truitt. Well, there's another little figure for you. He's now 5 of 6 in stolen bases in the region. 2 balls, no strikes on Schumacher. He was running on the pitch. Pitch was up and in. Kennedy couldn't handle it. Now Bernie works it down to Schumacher. Oh, swings and misses off speed. 2 balls and 9 by on the track. We'll have to add up all of the games in this region. We sold something like 3,800 tournament packages. Had great attendance, great fan support. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is inside. Not back. That hit that inside corner. Larry's mentioned this during the broadcast. Schumacher likes to crowd the plate. They like to work that inside corner on him.
Tried to unbuckle his belt there, didn't he? If he had a belt.
3 balls, 1 strike. He's one of these guys. I like Schumacher now. That's the way he wears his pants. He has them up high where you can see his sock. I don't like his pants. That would restrict you. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Walked it. I don't like paying Holt.
So you'll make an exception for anybody that hits 31 home runs can wear their pants any darn way they want to, right?
Yeah, I'm old school. I'm the old school, though. You have to wear them. And here's Holt. He's doubled in 2 runs. Flying out in the 3rd. Both of those at bats in the 3rd. He sent 12 men to the plate. He went 5-3 in the 1st.
You will make an exception for Dalen because he can hit it a country mile and he's big and strong enough to break you and me both in half if he wanted to.
And he's a jovial kind of guy. Holt, the right-handed hitter, has 2 men only have a run in so far. It is 9-4. for Holt. Now he's hit a home run each of the last 3 ball games. He's up to 32. Inside, misses on Chester. 2 balls, no strike. There goes Kennedy out the line to talk to Brown. It's 12-4. Local umpire, Rich, they're trying to ask him for a new supply of baseballs. Now they're all coming in here to have a talk. Steiner infield, the catcher. They've huddled up behind, and I don't know if they're going to call a screen pass here.
Well, if he wants some more baseballs, he might send one of the members of the crew out to the parking lot beyond the left field fence. There's been a few go over there.
Now they break the huddle. Come back to the line of scrimmage. Sheshik, 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody on. And we've got 4 runs in. That one hit in front of the plate, went between Kennedy's legs. Ball 3.
What's so important about all this
They're looking down at the bullpen. They haven't got a signal man down there. Now they do. Now they're trading the half.
Well, they're ready down there.
3-0 pitch. Strike will be called. 3-1.
What is so important, though, about the Aggies continuing to score runs is, to me, I think it basically takes Jeremy Ward out of the game. You've got the closer out there, but what good's he going to do if you're that far behind? They'll use their 3rd pitcher of the night. It'll be Darren Merrill, a right-hander, 6 foot 175, senior out of Hacienda Heights, California. Mount Sacramento College, Los Altos High School. Another right-hander. They've used Bernie from the right side, now Merrill from the right side. Russell Wolochuk, the starter. I'll give you some figures here now on Merrill. Merrill's the 4.17 ERA, 2 wins, 3 losses, everything in relief. 20 appearances, 36 and 2/3, 296 batting average. He's given up 1 home run. Aggies have hit 3 home runs tonight. They now have 34 games this year with 2+ home runs. They have a multiple home run game is making it right now.
4 runs are in. 1, 2, 3, 4 runs are in, and it's now 13-4. There's 1 out, and Sobek will be the first man here to look at Merrill with nobody on. First pitch inside for the ball. They have come out here. They just stuck their hand into a wasp nest. And they've gotten stung. Outside, well, the outside corner for a called strike with an off speed. Ball 1 strike. Sobek doesn't have a hit. When hit by a pitch, struck out looking at the fielder's choice. Going to see who in the lineup doesn't have a hit. Sobek doesn't. Scarborough doesn't. What happened? I was looking down. Ball 2 strikes. And Hudson without a hit tonight. Lindsey has a double. 11 hits, 13 runs, 3 home runs, a grand slam. There's a ground ball. That's a foul ball outside of third base. We'll holding the ball and 2 strikes.
Will just brought up a point. We were wondering about whether Chris Rush might be able to go the rest of the way, which is certainly what the Aggies need him to do. But this inning's gone on so long. He went out and took some throws between innings, so that would tell me that he must have plenty in the tank. I hope he threw easily.
Only outs but a strikeout looking of Hudson. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sobek. Sobek will hit one big chop ball out to Barbara, the shortstop. Throws to first. Sobek's an out. They have 4 errors in the ball game tonight. There's 2 down. Here's Sean Heaney. Had a triple in the 4th inning. With 2 outs, he comes to the plate. I don't know if you probably didn't see this unless you read that release from Ole Miss to tell you about the quality of some of these teams. Ole Miss, at the completion of that game last night, had 61 consecutive innings without an error. That's
pretty salty.
That's real salty. 1 ball, no strikes on Heaney. Off speed. And that'll be ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on the Aggie second baseman. He leads this team in triples now. Now has 5 for the year. There's an outside pitch. Caught the outside corner, however, for a called strike, 2-1. He is now 4 for 21 in the region. Got the triple with 2 outs in the 4th. And the next pitch, outside, that'll be ball 3. 3 balls, no strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Told you earlier they have 23 games against ranked teams, including what they've done here against the Aggies. They are 12 and 11 against teams in the top 25. That's the current top 25. A 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 3-2. Aggies, meanwhile, with the ball games we played this year against ranked teams, we played 13 of them. And we are 10 and 3 against teams in the top 25. A 3-2 comes right back here to Merrill. He'll throw to first base. That's the 3rd out. But the Aggies score 4 runs. Lead it now 13-4 after 5. 6th inning coming up. This is A&M baseball. Five runs scored by the Aggies there in the 5th inning. I have not blacked out for the diamond here on Sheshik. That's a solo home run. They have walked what in the ball game tonight? 4?
They have a total of 5 walks.
How many of those walks have scored? You go back and pick that up. Here's Cornell Sledge, and Russ delivers a called strike to him as we start at the top of the 6th. The Aggies up 13-4. They've hit 2 men.
4 of the walks have scored, and 1 of the hit batters also scored.
Aggies have played long ball here tonight. 3 times. That pitch will miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got a grand slam from Truitt. Got a 3-run home run from Holt. Got a solo home run from Sheshik. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sledge. And we've scored 13 times. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. He's single, flat out, and double. He has been a tough out. Right now, in this appearance, he is 6 for 15 at the plate. It's from the left side. Russ will shake off a sign from Schumacher. Now Najes comes to the plate, fouls it off. Into the upper deck to our left. We'll be listening to the radio, reading the newspaper, watching television. As soon as it's determined that indeed we got a long way to go here, but can't start talking about this. If that Super Regional comes here next weekend, I like our chances at this moment. Those tickets will start going on sale. It's the best 2 out of 3 next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if we can get there. Sledge pitches low. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's the lead man here in the 6th inning.
Well, the Aggies need, let me count up real quick. They need 12 more outs, but if they get this game, I think it's almost a certainty that the Super Regional would be here.
There's Sledge. Shot at Sheshik, off his chest protector, goes to Russ covering. That's an out. How many times this season has he taken one? I mean, right in the chest.
What kind of baseballs did they use in NCAA play? Because I'm just wondering, is he going to have Worth or Rawlings or Wilson, or what's he going to have tattooed on his chest?
Going to have a lot of seam marks there anyway.
You know what? Chris Russell trade that out for a bruise on his first baseman's chest any day of the week.
Well, Sheshik just doesn't mind doing that. Does everything he can, smothers that ball, knocked it down. That time Russ had to come over. He was playing deep at first with a left-handed hitter. The underhanded toss. Russ covering. Beats Sledge to the base. 1 out. There's Red Fox. He's 2 for 3. Running around on that. Tried to check. Couldn't hold up. Ags ahead 13-4. Top of the 6th inning. That's right. 13-4. Crazy with some big home runs tonight. Grand slam by Truitt. 3-run shot by Holt. There's a low pitch off of Schumacher's glove. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tell you what, with the Aggies leading, you have a tendency to let your mind drift a little bit just over to Fayetteville, where Southwest Missouri State and Clemson, I guess, are playing for the championship of that regional. And of course, the winner of that game, Clemson's up 7-5 in the top of the 6th.
1-1 pitch, skips in, 2 balls, 1 strike.
The winner of that game will play the winner of this game in the Super Regional, and I'll tell you this, neither Clemson nor Southwest Missouri State bid enough to be able to host a regional. I'd guess that Clemson might have bid. I don't know for sure, but that tells me if the Aggies win, they'll be here next weekend.
In the air to center field, it will be a 1-hopper to Truitt. Single for Red Fox, gets his 3rd hit. And an RBI with a single back in the 4th inning. 1 out runner at first base. Here is Mike Cota.
And as I've said before, you look out here at this packed place and the way the fans have stayed with this team even after it went in the losers bracket, you'd say, I think these folks probably deserve to get a Super Regional next weekend.
The best year that Long Beach State has had under their head coach, Dave Snow, was 1989. They won 50 and lost 15 and went to the College World Series. Mike Cota waits, and the first pitch, breaking pitch for a call strike.
But they weren't the best team in the country, because the best team in the country in 1989 played right here and never got to go to Omaha.
Finished 7th that year in the CWS.
10-year anniversary of that horrible Sunday, not to the day, but to the year. 10 years after that horrible Sunday in '89, and maybe the baseball gods are going to let it all turn around here today.
Russ just had a throw over to first base that Sheshik had to leap to bring down. Mike Cota from the left side of the plate. Red Fox has singled up the middle. He runs at first base. Off-speed pitch is outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Schumacher claimed that for a moment.
Bases are wild on the scoreboard.
Cota caught the first game and plays this game out in right field. He's out of Huntington Beach, California. Marina High School. A pitch is inside, and that hit him. Hit by the pitch, he runs at first base. Ball bounced over to the Aggie dugout.
They appealed down to the third base umpire because Hoda started to swing at that pitch, and of course, if he was judged to have swung at it, then he would not get first base, but they said no swing.
Aggies up by 9 runs in this ball game, 13-4. Jimmy Lawler's going to go out after a single and a hit batsman. And a 3-1 ground ball off the bat of Sledge. He was out. And a single by Red Fox up the middle. And now Hoda's been hit. The fourth hit batsman. He had him pitching tonight. And they've been hit now 114 times this year. All the dirt bags, they could be the black and blue
punching bags.
Well. Punching bags. Where they've been hit. Jaime Leal now. I'd like to get to the 7th inning. Still holding that 13-4 lead. Don't want to see him start chipping away at it. Trying to climb back up the mountain. Jaime Leal has struck out his last 2 times. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. It was the first of the 4 that we have hit tonight. Jimmy Lawler went out, had a talk with Chris Russ. Got a good lead now at 13-4 in the 6th inning. The first pitch to Leal. Big chopper, deep third. Going to throw over to first base to get the out. Runners move up, 2 outs. Lindsey caught it on a big chop. Threw to first. Leal not a lot of speed. Had some speed. Somebody might have, with better wheels, might have had that one beat out at first base. It's 2 outs. Each man moved up by a bag. Second and third. Here's Dobbs.
Be careful with Dobbs here. I wouldn't be real upset if I walked him. Obviously, you don't like to give up walks when you're way ahead, but Kennedy, the next batter, hasn't done much here tonight. This guy is very dangerous.
Full wind up by Russ with 2 outs and the runners at second and third. Fouls the first pitch off. This last time he flied to right field. A catch made out there by Holt. Strike 1 on Dobbs. He is now 5 for 15 with a, it's in the regional. Has a walk tonight, 0 for 2 officially in this ball game. Scored after he walked in the third. 0-1. Chris Russ is into his windup. The target is set away. Ground ball. Heaney can't get to it. 2 runs will score. It'll be 13-6. Dobbs gives himself a single and drives in 2. Red Fox and Hoda both score. Dobbs gets his first hit tonight and 2 RBI. Gives him 8 RBI this weekend.
That guy's just a hitter. Looks like to me, I don't know what hotel Long Beach has been staying at, but whatever room he's in, I think he probably woke up this morning being a pretty good hitter.
He hit the floor running, obviously. And now Kennedy. Hit by a pitch in the first, hit by a pitch in the third. He's going to think we don't like him. He grounded out his last time, 4-3. Sheshik trying to hold Dobbs close. Russ will work from the stretch. In the air, line drive, couple of bounces into center field. Dobbs stops at second. Pruitt picks it up. First and second now the runners. They get their 3rd hit of the inning. Here goes Courtney Weller down to the bullpen for A&M. It is 13-6. And now here is Abel Orozco, a single in 3 trips tonight. 13-6, a 7-run lead.
There goes number 12 down to the bullpen. That would be Chance Caper.
There's the pitch, popped up, and that will be out of play. Sheshik giving chase, but in the stands here, may have been lower deck. Strike on Orozco. Orozco 1 hit tonight. This weekend he's gone 5 for 15. Here's supply of baseball brought out to the plate. So they get 2 runs off of Russ here in the 6th inning. Gone from 13-4 to 13-6. That's the first 2 runs he has given up. His first 4 belong to Scarcella. Time called. Orozco will step away. Like I say, it's still a ways to go in this ball game.
I got the ball now, let's go.
And if I had my brothers, I would brother that they have not scored any runs here in the 6th inning. They can get it to the 7th, still holding that same lead. Low pitch into the dirt, a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul the first one off. That one's down low. Basically the same defense that we've used for the vast majority of the ball games this year since Hudson was inserted in the left field. State out there. Started regular play about the Tarleton game. And the pitch is a swing and a miss, strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And get up, getting some encouragement to run. Velasco looking at the end of his bat, pushes down on his helmet, kicks the dirt around. He's up in the batter's box. He'll be tight on the plate. He's back in. He's their first baseman. And the pitch is up for a ball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, first and second. They've gotten a couple of men in here. Velasco single in the third, got him an RBI. Last time up, he skied it on the infield. Jaheen, 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Swinging. Strand 2, get 2 runs in. It's 13-6. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning, and A&M leads Long Beach. This is Aggie baseball. Tough time trying to get his equipment back on. He's just now gotten out behind the plate. And the fans enjoying some Cab Calloway here. Steve Scarborough, Dell Lindsay, and Cam Hudson at the bottom of the 6th inning. A&M leads this game 13-6. Championship game of the sub-regional College Station. Walked twice. Scarborough is still 1 for 12 in the regional. Has scored 4 runs and has been hit by a pitch now 3 times. And his walk count is up to 8 in the regional. First pitch is a called strike on Scarborough. Looking out now at another right-hander, Darren Merrill, their 3rd pitcher of the night. Right at the feet of Mark Johnson. Foul ball, no balls, 2 strikes on Scarborough. Lindsay is on deck. He doubled his last time.
Doesn't it seem like to you that it should be about the 12th inning instead of the 6th inning? Is it just me, or does it seem like...
He got 19 runs and 21 hits and got 5 different pitchers. Base hit, Scarborough, line drive between third and short into left field. Lead single for the Aggies.
Really a bad pitch right there, an 0-2 pitch, and
what are you doing?
Might have been an off-speed pitch, but he left it out, up and over the plate, and Screech Scarborough jumped all over that one.
It's only his 2nd hit of this regional.
Well, Scarborough's a veteran, and he knows what to do with the mistake, and he hammered that one into the left field.
Both of his hits have come against Long Beach. Merrill's taking time here to see who's going to take the throw in the event that Scarborough tries to go, and apparently it'll be the 2nd baseman, Red Fox. First pitch to Lindsay. Foul ball behind Mark Johnson. A strike. He's looking at their media guide, and they play their home games at Blair Field in Long Beach, and that picture, Larry, looks a whole lot like Mitchell Field or Stadium at OU. Almost looks like the same design. 0-1. And we played, of course, Arizona Now that direction. When's the last time we went on a West Coast trip? A while back, maybe back.
Well, just for the Stanford Regional, but I don't think regular season. Not since when we saw them out, or when the Aggies saw them out at the Fresno tournament. I think is the only time I can remember. I don't remember the Aggies making any other trips.
One ball, one
out
strike.
west. At least I know I haven't made any except for that regional.
Inside on the last pitch. One ball, one strike on Lindsey. Now Merrill steps off. Here are the people who have qualified. 10 of the 16 spots have been decided for the Super Regionals. 10 of 15 have been decided. One ball, one strike. Throw over to first base.
Will
Miami and go ahead.
Just inform me that Greg Porter has moved out to the on-deck circle.
For Chad Hudson. He's 0 for 3 with his last 2 at-bats being strikeouts. Lindsey takes an inside pitch, ball 2. Miami and Wake Forest will play in a Super Regional. Rice is qualified. They beat Texas Tech in the second ball game. They lost the first one and played their way to the championship in the Lubbock Regional. 2-1 to Lindsey. High and away for a ball, 3-1. Baylor has qualified. Florida State and Auburn will play each other. They both qualified. Florida State and Auburn in the Super Regional. Stanford's in the Super Regional. Ohio State and Cal State Fullerton have both qualified. They play each other in a Super Regional. 3-1 to Lindsey. Fouled it off the catcher's shin guard. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 10 of the 16 spots have been decided. 1 will be decided tomorrow. LSU will be playing tomorrow, and it was East Carolina, I think, that they're playing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. East Carolina was the number 1 seed. Scarborough extends the lead. 3-2. Scarborough's going. Ground ball. They'll go down to second base. Got me out there. And
no, they didn't get the out at
safe. Called him safe. Good hard slide. He was going. The third baseman Dobbs went down to Red Fox. Hard slide by Scarborough, and apparently he got him on the ankle as he went in, but it was a clean slide going to the bag. So safe at second base. Lindsey's out, and he's out 5-4-3 for out number 1. Scarborough's at second, and now here's Porter.
And this is somewhat unusual. It's we're getting late in the game that the Aggies have a lead in, and usually when you have a lead, you leave your best defensive players in, but I guess they feel like Steve Leonard is about as effective in left field as Hudson, and Hudson struggled at the plate, so they're going to go ahead and give Greg Porter, especially now here with the runner in scoring position, they're going to give Porter a chance to swing the bat.
Porter 0 for 1 in the earlier game today. It's 2 for 4 in the first Long Beach game on Saturday. It's from the left side. He's looking at a right-hander, Darren Merrill. 14th run of the game for the Aggies is out at second base. Low for a ball.
The only thing about this is that you hold your breath a little bit depending on what kind of comeback the Long Beach might be able to muster, because here's your big left-handed pinch hitter, and you're using him at this spot. So I'd say it's maybe in a case of kind of going for the jugular here and trying to build that lead.
1-0 on Porter. Merrill checks Scarborough, works to the plate. Low a ball. Truitt's on deck. Lindsey made an unusual out there when he hit the ball to the third baseman. They tried to get the double play, but Scarborough was breaking on the pitch. And Lindsey was thrown out 5-4-3. Scarborough beat that throw into second base. Swing and a miss. He had a big rip on a 2-0 pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. But you're smiling about
I'm just got your help right. I'm hid my pen from him. I have a limited supply of pens here. I had a lot of runs to write down in the scorebook tonight.
2-1, 1 out. Way outside, ball 3.
Besides that, it's baseball, Dave. I'm always smiling.
So USC is qualified now, is that right? So 11 of the 16, is that right? 12-7 was the. We got another final here, but USC is qualified. They play Stanford. They're matched up in that Super Regional. Merrill is looking in for a sign. Right-hander will check Scarborough at second base. Works to Porter at the plate. Swing and a miss. He had a rip at that one. Got a full count now. USC beat Pepperdine 12-7 was the final. They qualified for the Super Regional. They play Stanford. 11 of 16 now are in the Super Regionals for next weekend. Porter with a 3-2 pitch coming to the plate. Struck him out with a swing and a miss. 2 men are down. Well, that spot in the batting order now is struck out 3 times. Hudson goes 0 for 3. Porter strikes out on the 3-2. Now here's Truitt with 2 outs. Reached E6 his last time. Scored on the 3-run home run by Holt. Had a grand slam in the 3rd. That is his only base hit. He had a walk also in the 3rd. We sent 12 men to the plate when we scored 8 runs. Got 5 runs in the 5th. And lead 13-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gonna fake a throw now as they bring Red Fox into second base. Scarborough runs back to the side. So I guess Leonard now likely then will go out and play in left field when we get back out here in the 7th inning. Did the same thing in the first game today. Truitt swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. Truitt hitting .351. The home run he had here in the ball game back in the 3rd was his 18th of the season. It was a grand slam, and he now has 56 RBI. Truitt last season hit 8 home runs. That pitch bounced in. Kennedy just off to his right here. Scarborough doesn't try to advance to 3rd. So it's 18 home runs. He had 15 home runs combined in his first 2 years. Hit .304 last year, .307 the year before. He's hitting .351 this year. Junior out of Missouri City Elkins. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is going to be a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He was in the office on Wednesday, he and Heaney. And they had...
that's a pair right there.
They had team photos from Little League days.
Brent, for our paper, did a big feature about them and their dads. Their dads coached together. We always see their dads at the games.
Everybody
a couple of good guys.
Everybody looked a lot younger, by the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes, but they were showing those pictures to everyone there in the office. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scarborough running at second base. Truitt fouls the pitch on the net. Here are the qualifiers for the Super Regionals. Miami, Wake Forest, Rice, Alabama, Baylor, Florida State, Auburn, Stanford, USC, Ohio State, Cal State, Fullerton. 5 more will join those 11. Aggies trying to join the Super Regional team here tonight. Ahead 13-6 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Our 14th run of the game, if we can get him in, is Scarborough at second base. 1-2 on Truitt. There are 2 outs. Schumacher would be next. Well, Merrill taking a lot of time, and Truitt staying in there with him. But he might step out. 1-2 outside. Good backhanded stop here by Kennedy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Truitt now has hit home runs in both Long Beach games, all 3 Long Beach games. He had 2 on Saturday. He had 1 earlier today. He's got 1 here. So he likes 49er pitching. 2-2. Comebacker to Merrill. He has plenty of time. Throws to first base. Truitt will be an out. He goes out 1-3. Strand a man with a lead single. 7th inning coming up. There goes Courtney Weller running back down to the bullpen. And Texas A&M leads 13-6 going to the 7th inning over Long Beach in the championship game of this regional. This is Aggie baseball.